Jaime, were you eating before shooting this video? Was it that obvious? Monster Hangover. Shh. 2 minutes with 30. Thanks for the porn stack, LOL. And man, you guys don't miss a beat. That's right, it's that time of the week. I am Jaime Rivera. This is Pocket Now, and this is the Pocketnow Daily Recap for last week. So on Monday, I asked you, what features would you like for the Apple Stylus that's being rumored to include, as the rumors are that the company's working on a standalone stylus. We've been talking about that for weeks. We have 433 comments, out of which Eris says, Steve Jobs 2007, stylus, ew, yuck. Tim Cook 2015, behold the smartest and the first stylus on a tablet. Be please, F you Apple. You know, it would be the first time that Apple just completely goes back on its word. What, are we back to the Palm days now? I don't want a stylus. My handwriting sucks. I don't know how to draw art, and I have to this day not experienced anything that goes faster than you use a stylus. Yeah, my handwriting sucks as well. I can draw, but I do get your point. Not everybody wants it, and that's the reason why it would be cool if it was optional. Roshan says, the stylus is good as long as it fits inside the body of display, which could be a smartphone or tablet, but carrying a separate accessory would be very inconvenient no matter how useful it may be. Okay, you do have a point, but here's the thing. The rumors are that this Apple Stylus, iPen, or whatever it's going to be called, is actually wanting to replace your pen and can also become a stylus, but not necessarily just a stylus. It'll work on a whiteboard, it'll work on a piece of paper, it'll work on your tablet, and that's probably the reason why it's cool, because most of us do carry a pen around, and that's the purpose of this product, it seems. Then on Tuesday, I asked you, what features would you want Microsoft to bring to Windows 10 for mobile, as the event was happening the next day, which was a couple of weeks ago. We have 491 comments, out of which Rain says, actually almost nothing is wrong with Windows Phone. I just really hope they could keep up with Android and iOS applications, and I guess we all agree with that, definitely, yes. And Tyler M says, Android Play Store on Windows. Keep wishing. And another commenter says, Windows Phone 10 for me should allow me to stream games on my Windows PC, like Sony wants to try to achieve with the PS4 and Xperia phones. That's actually gonna sort of happen. But obviously that happened until after the event, and your comment was the day before, so we do understand your point, and yes, definitely a cool feature indeed. Then on Wednesday, I asked you, what was your favorite Microsoft announcement? Because yes, we had Windows 10, we had the HoloLens, we had a lot of products at this event. We have 400 comments, out of which Dark Black 22 says, Windows 10 being free, that's my favorite. I was like, oh my god, yes, and I told all my friends about it at that minute. Yeah, it is cool. What took them so long? And Eric Lang says, obviously being able to effing play Minecraft or 3D printing from goggles is wild in my mind. Hope the production model doesn't suck or never work. Yeah, that's gonna be the deal. If they can pull it off, it'll be amazing. It's just really hard to believe, but hey, hopefully they can. And Shama Fox says, I think that the Windows 10 upgrade being free is overrated. It should be standard, but I think the Holo mixed with reality products are the future and how we should interact with our surroundings. I do agree that it's overrated, but I don't agree in the fact that Microsoft is only a software company. They only began selling computers until a couple of years ago, so it makes sense for them to make money out of the things that they do. And then again, with the case of the HoloLens, it is cool. It'll just be gimmicky until they figure it out. But that's, again, my opinion. Then on Thursday, I asked you, what would be the perfect battery life for a smartwatch for you, as the rumors are that the Apple Watch will not be surprising any consumer. We have 665 comments, out of which David Kaplan says, who the hell cares about smartwatch battery life? Everyone charges their phones and tablets every day, so what is the big deal? Just charge it overnight with everything else. Not like you'll be using it while you're asleep anyways. Yes and no. If you have a Fitbit, it's got, sleeping features that work. You would like to carry your watch everywhere. Some people like to shower with their watches. Some people do sleep with their watches. So yeah, this would change the behavior pattern of a user. 1. 2. Imagine yourself traveling overnight, or for example, having to, take a red-eye flight or stuff like that. Hey, your smartwatch is going to die during that night, and you won't be able to use it for, the rest of your traveling, so it can be complicated, but I do get your point. And the Veek says, Everyone is holding back on buying a new smartwatch because of 3 reasons. Number 1, first generation product. Number 2, battery life. And number 3, no extraordinary use. I'm not going to even add anything to that. That's the perfect comment. Those are the reasons. Yes, thank you. And Jishnu says, the Apple Watch is useless with that much battery life and the huge price tag. I would like it if the battery would give me at least 8 hours of screen on time, and I would have to charge it once every 2 days. Yeah, for you, every 2 days. For me, it would have to be a week. And then Friday, I asked you, what would you ask Google to bring you as a service provider if they ever became an MVNO, as the rumors are that the company's already striking deals with Sprint and T-Mobile to provide the service. We have 387 comments, out of which one of them says, Google has the best services in most areas of business and products are very reasonable priced. Yeah, I could agree with that, true. Then AST5515 says, there's a problem with Google becoming a carrier. Privacy. Whatever you say, I don't trust them, and I use their services anyways. And I'll ask you this, what guarantees that the current carriers aren't doing it also? Then Tim says, I hope Google gets into the cellular business because competition breeds benefits for the consumer. I do agree with that. The United States has got some terrible, for example, prepaid plans are terrible in the United States. Some of the contracts are just crazy what you're paying, and then I live in a third world country where we pay half as much as you do for the same phone you're using. Even though we have the same down payment, but our services are much less expensive. And that's the case for a lot of countries. The United States is definitely too expensive, and then you have something like Google Fiber showing companies, cable companies, how it's done. So I feel that Google could do a really good job at this and definitely, bridge the gap between extreme prices and the fact that you can have the technology and that it's affordable to you. I feel that that would be a good business proposition from Google, and hopefully they figure it out. That's it for our Pocketnow Daily Recap. Thank you very much for watching. A couple of tips if you want your comments to be featured. Number 1, keep them short. Number 2, stick to the point. Number 3, try to get some thumbs up. It helps us spot them a lot easier. You can also follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you next week.